Here to advance to the quarterfinals. It is the second matchup of the day with Les Éléphants of Cote d'Ivoire going head-to-head with Guinea. I'm Slale Shani together with Usher Komugisha here in the commentary booth. And Usher, the player that's been the talk of the tournament so far, has to come from Cote d'Ivoire. Laetitia Sahi, at just 21 years old and playing domestically, is showing the talent of an international pro. What are the odds she gets scooped up to play abroad after this AfroBasket? And as you get prepared to answer that, that is the bracket on your screens right there. Have a look.
Well, obviously, to answer your question about Laetitia Sahi, she's already got opportunities to play outside of Cote d'Ivoire, named MVP of the regular season back home in Abidjan, and also MVP of the All-Stars and MVP of the final. Sahi has been an outstanding player, and to think that she has so many opportunities, she's already been scouted by clubs in Senegal and also in the US, and there's so many phone calls coming in from the rest of the world at this tournament, and I believe that, you know, she could get another opportunity to play outside of Cote d'Ivoire, and the statistics are there to speak for her. And you can see that, you know, she's a player who's versatile. She can play inside the paint, she can rebound, she can play good defense, and looking at her role on the team, she's the poster girl of that Cote d'Ivoire side.
She really is, and to be that person at 21 years old is very impressive. But now as the Guinean side comes onto the floor, Guinea have struggled in this tournament. Both Egypt and Senegal, who they played against in the group stage, had 100 points or more against them. But I think that part of the reason for that is the fact that they have no bench, so they lose their win just about towards the end of the second quarter and into the second half. They've had 35 turnovers per game, and they'll be looking to turn that around in this matchup against Cote d'Ivoire as they get the last and final chance to advance in this tournament.
And that's the beauty about the format of this tournament. You can lose all your group games and still have a chance to make it to the last 8. And today, Guinea have their last chance to stay in this tournament as they come up against Cote d'Ivoire, a side that they know a thing or two about.
For Cote d'Ivoire, their sights are set higher on just a quarter-final finish. They'll be looking to finish at least top 4, and looking at the personnel that they have in this tournament, it's something that is definitely possible. And we'll talk more about their team and what they're able to do in just a moment. But now let's have a brief pause in the commentary for the playing of the national anthem.
Au Nigeria, du Nigeria, et commissaire de ce canton, John Odinga de l'Ouganda. Mesdames et messieurs, je vous prie de vous lever pour l'exécution des hymnes. Didier, bien sûr, on commence par l'hymne de la Guinée. Mesdames et messieurs, l'hymne de la Guinée. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, l'hymne de la Côte d'Ivoire. instructions sur haute sécurité Covid, on fait ça à la distance, mesdames et messieurs. Dans quelques instants,
And those are the referees for this matchup. Sarah El Sharnoubi from Egypt, Saber Esgri from Tunisia, and Silva Andrea from Brazil. And we're about ready to get started. Cote d'Ivoire, as I said earlier, I don't think their sights, or I know for a fact that their sights are not set on just a quarterfinal finish. They'll be looking to ideally get in the brackets, but that's the starting five for Guinea. And interesting to me is the absence of Mara in the starting five. We'll find out more about the details on that. Heading the charge for Guinea would be Coach Ousmane Kamara, who's had on and off stints at the helm of the national squad. He also coached Guinea's men's squad for the FIBA World Cup African qualifiers in 2019, and having to deal with a lean lineup of ladies. He's looking to give Cote d'Ivoire a tough time. That's the starting five for Cote d'Ivoire. We've talked about her a lot, and she's not in the starting five, but you see Jawara there, Kani Kuyate, Sieza, and then to come off the bench is Laetitia Sahi. Coach Igor is leaving the best for last. So if you're trying to keep an eye out for Laetitia, you're going to have to get into the game for quite a bit. And that's the man on your screens, Coach Igor Kovacevic, arguably the most animated coach in this tournament. Usher claims that he walks about 3 to 5 kilometers per game, pacing up and down the floor, trying to get his players involved, trying to channel the energy into his players and make sure that they get as fired up as he is. And Cote d'Ivoire really are a team that are enjoyable to watch. They have a lot of likable players. They have a good mix of veteran experience and the youngsters like Laetitia Sahi. They've been averaging 34% from 2 points and 22% from the three, and that has allowed them to beat teams like Tunisia, managed to come down against Mali, but Mali are also one of the strongest teams in the tournament. They lost to them 63 to 76. They'll be looking to grab the victory out of the hands of Guinea in this one and secure the second slot at the quarterfinals. And I think Cote d'Ivoire, one team that you should keep a very close eye on as we now get into the knockout stage.
Passe beaucoup, percussion, on encaisse. Allez, on fait pas d'affaire.
The 26th edition of the women's AfroBasket here in Yaoundé, Cameroon, and the top two teams will qualify for the qualifying tournament for the FIBA Women's World Cup here in Yaoundé, Cameroon, and the top two teams will qualify for the qualifying tournament for the FIBA Women's World Cup taking place in Sydney, Australia, 2022. It would be a great honor for any of the teams in this tournament to represent the continent at that level and have all eyes turn to the best in the world. There we have the opening tip-off. Good afternoon, once again, and welcome everybody to Yaoundé, Cameroon for the second game of the day between Guinea and Cote d'Ivoire. And Usher, if you're Cote d'Ivoire, are you trying to make a statement in this first quarter, or are you going to try and ease your way into a lead?
Well, obviously, when you look at their game strategy, they're trying to play for size, and they're a team that is very athletic and quick on their feet. They'll be trying to take each possession as it comes and open up, a short lead that can give them some confidence and an opportunity to rotate their squad. And that is something that Coach Igor has been highlighting so far in the warm-up.
Baird to inbound to Kouyaté and then fire off a quick three-point shot. Can't get that one to go. Big offensive rebound from Diawara, and they didn't realize the ball did not hit the rim. But it actually did, and they're going to have to take a look at the time. They'll head to the table to confirm the time, and that gives the Guinean squad an opportunity to regroup, talk, get each other in this right mindset. As we take a look at the replay, Bert definitely hit the rim, but the shot clock did not reset. It's very clear on the replay what took place, so no need to analyze too much what happened, and the adjustment will be made. Bert will inbound. She's one of the veteran players for Cote d'Ivoire and some of the top scorers for the team, shooting 13 points per game, scoring rather 13 points per game. And they're just having another look to confirm how much time needs to go up on the shooting clock. And Usher, I really can't help but miss the presence of Aisha Mara for the Guinean starting five. I don't see her on the bench either.
Well, just information coming in from the Guinean bench is that she may have a family problem, but is expected to be here in the next 5 minutes. But we will wait for the 5 minutes and hopefully she'll come, because she has been a very important player for Guinea.
Birch now will inbound to Diawara. Diawara kicks it out for the three-point shot. That's going to be off. It's chased down and kept alive by Cote d'Ivoire. Diawara at the baseline. Gets it to go, and Diawara puts Cote d'Ivoire on the board first in this second game of the day, of game day 4. Baye now with the ball. Gets it to Suma. Suma with a nice baseline drive and floater. And that's a good aggressive play from Fanta Suma. Nice find to Diawara at the low post. And she'll be hit by Fanta Ba, who was standing in her landing zone. Diawara will shoot 2.
It's interesting to know that Diawara actually played for Mali at the under-16s in 2009. She's origin Malian, and to see her grow into the role as one of the most dependable players for Cote d'Ivoire, playing at her third AfroBasket. She's always been a scorer.
Jalo will bring the ball up. We're used to seeing Aisha Mara take that position, but Guinea will have to work without her presence as Maseni Kaba loses it. Diawara on the other end, quick as you like. Too hard on the glass. And Cote d'Ivoire about to miss a prime opportunity to score, but Sieza manages to close it out to give them a quick 4-point lead here in the first quarter. Sieza harassing Kaba in the low post, and Maseni Kaba of Guinea is really the everything of Guinea's front court.
She's the go-to player in that paint. Her size alone is very towering.
That was a good move from Kaba, just couldn't finish it. And here come Cote d'Ivoire on the other end. Bertz gets it to Kouyaté for the three-point shot. Off target. Mbaye and Kouyaté are scrambling for it. And Bertz will get the ball back. It's a feed into Kouyaté in the low post. She decides to kick it out for the three-point shot. Shot clock winds down, and here come Guinea. Jallo with the baseline shot, no good. And it was a good look as Kouyaté on the other end with the perimeter shot. And this is a trend that we saw in the game earlier between Egypt and Tunisia. Both teams kind of struggling to get into that offensive groove. And they're going to call the foul on Mariama Kouyaté, the Cote d'Ivoire captain. And Cote d'Ivoire pick up 2 quick team fouls. With just about 3 minutes played here. Kaba in the low post. Tries to get it high up. And she's just kind of been off target in this tournament. She's had some good looks at the hoop. Not been able to get into that rhythm as Bertz way off on that one. Bertz to Sieza. Sieza, nice easy move to the basket. Gives Cote d'Ivoire their 8th point. Fantasuma slices through the defense, gets some space, gets it out to Fantaba. Ba couldn't close it out. Excuse me, Fatuba. And Sieza's wide open finish there in the low post. And Cote d'Ivoire doing a good job of moving the ball around, finding the gaps in the defense, and getting everyone involved. Guinea looking to respond by from deep. No good. Diawara's going to push it on the other end. Kouyaté. No. Rebound from Diawara. She's fouled by Mbaye, and she'll head to the charity stripe. Usher, what do you think would be the reason why we've seen teams struggle a bit here in the first quarter?
Well, obviously, this is a derby in itself. Both countries want to prove that they are the best. And Guinea playing with only 8 players, which means they have just 3 substitutes on the bench. Know that they have to give everything in this first quarter to keep the game very close. But Cote d'Ivoire have been efficient on defense, just limiting them to just 2 points.
They're trying to keep it close, but it's already a 10-point lead for Cote d'Ivoire. As Diallo checked into the game for Fatou Ba. Mbaye wants to screen. She's a deadly 3-point shooter. Nice find into the post for Kaba. And Fanta Bertha didn't have the confidence to finish it. And she should have just gone straight up.
It's about the reaction there. Should have reacted real quick.
What I do appreciate about the Guinean team is you never see them blaming each other. You know, it's hard when you have a lineup of 9 players, 8 players to point fingers. Not once have I seen them gripe amongst each other or I think they understand the state of affairs and they're just trying to make the best of the situation that they found themselves in. We also know the situation in Guinea right now, a country going through some turmoil. Sieza trying to put with the putback, can't get it to fall, and now we'll have Giawara from deep. No good. Jallo will bring the ball up. Jallo gets it into Kaba. Kaba has an opportunity here. And Giawara on the other end. It's a quick transition pass to get Cote d'Ivoire 14 points. Giawara has scored 8 of those points. And Guinea have to figure out a way to slow down this great guard. She's one of those players who knows how to find those prime opportunities to score.
And that's the thing when you're playing against a team like Guinea, who, if they don't score, you have an opportunity to run the lane and benefit from the fast break. And that's exactly what Giawara is doing.
Changement demandé. Timeout demandé, accordé.
And we're going to have a timeout on the floor. Guinea have to figure out how to stop the bleeding. Just 2 points in this first quarter. Let's hear what adjustments Coach Usman has to say.
On passe en 1. D'accord? 1, 2, 2 là. Ok? Diallo, tu prends ici. Ok? BDT et Khadi ici. Là. Mariama. Là. D'accord? Et après, on est prête là, de sortir. Hein? Diallo. Quand la passe ici, il descend. D'accord? Et on attaque. On attaque. On essaie de tourner.
12-point commanding lead for Cote d'Ivoire with 3 minutes and 48 seconds to go in this quarter. Giawara, who is now having a seat on the bench, has been on fire for Les Éléphants. 8 points for her. Coach will get her a breather as Amani, who has the ball now, checks into the game. Amani in the wing. Can't get it to fall. Jallo is trying to shake off her defender, gets the screen from Kaba. And they're gonna call the foul on Amani. And take a look at that replay. She fouled Jallo just before that screen. Bai into Kaba. Kaba single coverage, kicks it back out to Bai. Bai, the shot fake, puts it up. We've seen her hit those 3-point shots. And once she gets going, it's hard to stop her. Giawara into Kouyaté. Kouyaté, that's a strong post move, creating space for herself with that finish. Jallo now wide open on the baseline. Can't get that one to fall. That one is good though. And that will be Mariama Jallo.
You can quickly see that Guinea is struggling without Aisha Mara, who averaged 13.5 points and 7 rebounds. Sort of explains why they've just scored 4 points in this first quarter so far.
Scramble for the rebound, big one from Jallo. She grabs that board down, but steps on the line.
Thanks to the Cote d'Ivoire defense.
You can see that fight. That was a good hustle from Diallo, but then she just barely steps on the line, and it's caught by the referees. 2 minutes 15 to go. Cieza loses it. And we have a nice three-point shot from Fanta Berete. Knocks it down from long distance. Diawara is going to make them pay on the other end, and you have to keep a very close eye on her. That defensive recovery from Guinea is going to have to be better as Kouyaté gets it back to Diawara. Diawara looking for her 12th point. No, this time it'll be Cieza. No good. And Basuma will bring the ball up. Get it to Kaba. Ball stolen by Amani, and you can see that Diawara, who has done an excellent job of running the floor this afternoon, has scored half of Cote d'Ivoire's points, more than half, 12 points for her. Diallo can't connect Kaba with the offensive board, and she has just been too hard off the glass in this tournament, has really struggled to score there in the low to mid post, Usher.
She just needs to concentrate more because those opportunities don't come all the time. She has to do a better job.
Diallo manages to score a bucket for Guinea. It was a good effort from her. Make this an 11-point game. Diawara. Out to Amani. Cieza now. Back to Amani Kaba. That's the ball to Berete. Berete is going to find Diallo for the layup, and she's fouled hard on the way to the basket.
There was a hesitation there. She had her eye on the basket, but she should have finished. And on the other end, you see how Diawara has been effective, laying up easily to bring her count to 12 points in this game so far. Guinea are yet to find a response for Diawara.
She's 4 for 5 from the field.
You have to give it up to her.
You really do. As Diallo misses her first free throw. Just the second one to go, and they've managed to bring this back to a 10-point lead. Konate loses the ball on her way to the basket, but it's poked away by one of the Guinean defense, and now she'll inbound. Just 3 seconds left on the clock. That will take us to the end of the first quarter. It's a 10-point lead for Cote d'Ivoire, who have been led by the excellent energy of Jefarima Diawara. 12 points for her, scoring more than half of Cote d'Ivoire's points. And the only other person on that team who scored is Cieza and Mariama Kouyaté. Cote d'Ivoire looking good. Usher, take us through some of these stats.
Well, obviously, looking at the free throw line, Cote d'Ivoire have been 4 for 4, and that's Diawara herself dominating that space. And looking at Cote d'Ivoire, who've picked 19 rebounds, that's quite impressive. And most of those have gone to Zenab Cieza with 6 rebounds and 6 points so far. You feel that she's laid a good foundation for Laetitia Sahi, who, if called upon in this game, will just build on that, and that's sort of the consistency that you expect from Igor's side in this game. Guinea will definitely not go away from missing Aisha Mara. She, like we said earlier, has been their key player with 13.5 points on average over 2 games. and her absence is very loud in this game. Kaba is missing her in the paint, but also in the backcourt. Sometimes she brings down the ball, and her size sort of gives Guinea an advantage. But here, the one-on-one situation involving Suma is not benefiting Guinea that much. And looking at the other statistics, Cote d'Ivoire have scored 12 points from the paint as compared to Guinea's 6. And looking at Cote d'Ivoire's biggest lead in this game, 14 points unanswered by Guinea. That has really hurt them. And as we start the second quarter, you see the arrival of Laetitia Sahi, who has replaced Zainab.
Konate to Amani. Sahi will get the ball and attempt early. And you can see why we've been talking about her. Coming off the bench. No cold turkey for her. She gets on the board early. Spatubal, they're going to call the walk on her. Mishandle. Konate bring the ball up easily. And Guinea really don't have the luxury to put heavy ball pressure on Cote d'Ivoire. So Cote d'Ivoire can bring the ball up as easy as they like, as Giawara now is going to push the ball. She sees the opening, she takes it. Sahi makes it very tough for her to throw the ball up, and here comes Amani on the other end. Too strong on that pass. And Coach Igor, who's been fairly quiet so far in this game, Usher.
Would you blame him?
He's comfortable. He's comfortable. And you know, as a team in the qualification to quarterfinals round, as Giawara is fouled on her way up, you don't want too tough of a game in this stage, you know. Quarterfinals is now where it's really win or go home. And you want to come into that matchup with fresh legs, as the other teams will have had 2 rest days. Take a look at the replay of that foul. And Giawara looking to score her 13th point.
She's been very effective. When you look at the numbers, her efficiency is 14. And that's more than Guinea's efficiency by 10 in this game so far.
It's been a substitution. Giawara back on the bench. Coming into the game, Kani Kuyate. It's a good catch by Suma. Suma on the baseline drive. She tries to kick it out to Giallo. Kani Kuyate did a good job of getting there at the right time, and they're going to call a travel on Sahi. Mistimed her speed. And Giawara doesn't even look tired, Usher. She's just, you can see that she's clutching her hip a bit. I think she was bumped hard during one of those plays. An ice pack on her hip. And Svantabrete creates some space. Gets it to Ba. And they have to be aware of the shot clock. It's 1. And that's going to be a shot clock violation for Guinea. Coach Usman not happy about the lack of awareness by their point guard. Just over 1.5 played here in the second. Cote d'Ivoire by 14. And they're moving the ball well on the perimeter. Now with the shot clock winding down, they'll be looking to attack. Kuyate has no problem attacking, kicks it out to Sahi for the baseline shot. Offensive board. by Jamel, but Guinea managed to get the board, bring it up the court. And that's a nice take by Fantasuma.
She needed that at exactly this point in the game.
Sahi kicks it out to Kwiati for the shot. No go. No problems. Sahi goes back up. And it rolls out of Fatuba's hands. Amani will inbound. Kwiati into Sahi. Kicks it out to Amani for that three-point shot. It's the front of the rim. And they're going to have a foul called. We'll take a look at the replay there. Edwige Jejemel picks up her first foul for the game.
And that is the 10th attempt for Cote d'Ivoire behind the arc, and they've managed to convert none.
Jallo is going to be called for the walk. She ran the floor quite well, managed to catch the ball, just couldn't control her dribble. Sahi kicks it out. They're working that ball around the perimeter. Sahi for the long three, drills it! Laetitia Sahi, one of the top scorers of this tournament. Ba out to Berete for the three-point shot. No, she decides to take it in all the way, and she's just too hard off the glass, but it was a great effort from her. Sahi on the other end on the fast break. She puts the speed on. No. And they'll call the walk on Konate. Laetitia Sahi very comfortable from beyond the arc.
At the 11th time of asking for Cote d'Ivoire, she comes in and scores.
And Fantasuma keeps the ball in her hands for just too long. And Cote d'Ivoire is going to convert that turnover to points. Going to have a substitution for Guinea. Checking into the game is Mbai, and back out is Jallo, as Coach Usman tries to get the guards more involved. Almost stolen by Laetitia Sahi. That was a good effort from her, making sure the Guinean guards are kept on their toes. And it's just over 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Jallo gets it out to... Oh, and what a block! What an excellent block from Laetitia Sahi. Does it so casually, Usher.
And that is her 6th block in this tournament. She's like, get out of here. The timing is really incredible.
She's also got the hops and the length to smack that ball out of there. Cote d'Ivoire averaging 4 blocks per game. I'm pretty sure 3 of those blocks belong to her every single game. Bai from deep. Bai gets on the boards with a clutch three-pointer. Nice inbound pass to find Yarasuba in the low post. And Jallo just about getting trapped. No, manages to get it out to Kaba in the low post. Kaba tries to create space. And they'll call the offensive foul on her. The one time she actually scores, manages to control her movements and scores.
She had the space to deliver, but focused more on the elbow, and definitely that's a foul.
Deuxième faute d'équipe. Pour la Guinée.
Konate to bring the ball up. And Cote d'Ivoire do a great job of spreading the floor, giving an opportunity for that ISO situation for the post in case they want it. Playing the 4 out, 1 in. Konate now on the wing. Giawara fouls her. And she'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Kadiatou Diawara de la Guinée, première faute et troisième faute d'équipe. Deux lancements accordés.
Konate almost doing the splits on that landing.
Changement tireur, Sipani.
She'll miss her first free throw. 11 points for Cote d'Ivoire in this quarter alone. Sahi with the putback. Laetitia Sahi, you've got to get a body on her. She's so athletic, she can wiggle through any space. But here comes Guineans. Jallo kicks it out to Baye for the 3. Jallo now will shoot the 3, and we got a wedge, Usher. Our first wedge of the tournament. I always think that's good luck.
Good luck for who exactly?
It's for me. Not for anyone on the floor, it's just for me. For me
Oh,
to witness.
wow. Oh, wow.
I feel like it's going to be a good day.
It is going to be a good day. The weather is good. The atmosphere is good. There's interesting games on the floor. I don't know what else you're asking for.
Another wedge.
Okay. Let's see.
Kaba with the N1 opportunity. And looks like she's been able to shake off the cobwebs and somehow get into this game. And I think she is able to show us a lot more than what we've seen in this tournament so far, Usher.
She needs a lot of support. She cannot do everything on her own, and obviously on a day where Aisha Mara is not coming in, it puts a lot of work on her shoulders. But the earlier she notices that she's the go-to player for her team, the better. And she just has to enjoy every possession as it comes. Take it, one ball at a time and grow into the game.
You said something important there, enjoy. At some point, you just, regardless of the scoreline, you just have to enjoy the game as Sahi! The bank is open! Laetitia Sahi, her third three-pointer of this game. So pretty, we gotta see it again.
And that brings it to 5 at this tournament for a forward that is really impressive.
Jallo now to bring the ball up. Nice hesitation from her, but almost gets trapped. Kaba kicks it out to Fatouba for the perimeter shot. It's short. Baye tries to grab the offensive rebound. And Cote d'Ivoire. Good positioning by Giawara. And she is left to shoot that shot. Kaba trying to get the rebound. Nice putback. She's fouled on the way up. Will go to the line again.
That is great effort from Kaba.
And she really just has to do it all, doesn't she?
She has to. And she looks like she's in some pain there. But she'll have to soak it in and continue the job.
Yeah, she's definitely limping, I think, on that left leg. But she knows there's no sub waiting for her and just has to fight through it. Giawara gets it back, tries to put it up. Loses the ball.
That's very good movement there, and thinking from Jawara. You can see that her thought process was in the right place, even though she lost the ball.
She's one of those players who's always moving, always active on both ends of the floor.
As we see the introduction of Aisha Mara, let's see what that will mean for Guinea.
Kaba now, single coverage in the low post, and she makes them pay. Going up against the long arms of Leticia Sahi, maybe the presence of Mara injected some confidence into her. Guinea now at 19 points, Cote d'Ivoire 36. Jawara, right place, right time. She knows how to find those holes and knows how to capitalize on them.
That is 14 points for her so far in this game. Impressive turnover of the ball.
Nice soft finish at the basket for Jallo. And Guinea starting to look a little bit fresh. Guinea now in the 2-3 zone. We have the trap there. Amani at the wing. They'll get it out to Jawara for the three-point shot. No good. Good box out by Maseni Kaba, and here comes Vai. Good pass to Mara. Mara kicks it out for that three-point shot. Oh my goodness! Guinea coming alive here in the second quarter. Jallo, 8 points for her, putting Guinea now at 24. She can make this a 4-point play. And we talked about it earlier. Could it be the presence of Aisha Mara?
Well, there's always that motivation when you see a dependable player get onto the court, especially now that they had just 3 substitutes and were running out of breath. But to see her there means that they can give everything and rotate in a more diverse way. Now let's listen to what is being said in the timeout with 2 minutes, 17 seconds to play.
Quand vous sortez, ici, la première qui sort, ici ça vient. Pensez entre Aïcha et Khadi, ok? Pense à descendre. Pense à descendre. Pense à descendre. Ok, pense à descendre.
Score exact, Côte d'Ivoire 38, Guinée 24.
L'écran de retard, boum, vous farmez. Faut pas qu'elle coupe. Ok? Allez, c'est pas mal.
Guinea are having a good field goal shooting night at 38%. Their average is 22%, and even though Cote d'Ivoire have attempted almost twice as much as they have, if Guinea can just get that confidence to know that they need to attack more, take more shots, we could see a different score line. And quite quickly, as you see, another find to get Jawara there in the low post. She scored at least 3 baskets right there. 2 minutes and 17 seconds left to go. And Guinea with some exciting plays in the last few possessions. Jallo makes it a 4-point play, and that's going to be 4 points for her. Cornell will bring the ball up. Leticia in the wing, back into Jawara. We know how dangerous she is down there. Barrett, who's back in the game, can't get that 3-point shot to drop. By to find Kaba. Kaba's in the low post. She creates space. Oh, and just unable to get that one to fall. Jawara wide open for the 3. It's short. Mara with her first rebound in this game. Baya now, you leave her that shot, she will take it. Huge rebound from Jallo. It's back in the hands of Mara. Mara not fouled, she wanted it. And she should not have anticipated that foul, Usher.
Should have aimed for the glass.
Sahi on the boards, can't get that one to drop. Ba with the rebound, and Guinea putting up a good fight in the last 3 minutes of this quarter. Mara now trying to split the defense. She loses the ball. And Salimata Baird misses the rim entirely. We're not used to seeing her finish like that. It's a veteran player and one of the elite scorers. Good hustle from Fatouba. Baird. Guinea frustrated. They should have crashed the boards. And Kouyaté with that baseline shot is going to give Guinea a reminder that they will always take advantage of those moments. Bai tries to find Kaba, and that's unfortunate turnovers for Guinea to get Cote d'Ivoire on a run here. Kaba with 3 to shoot. Had 2 defenders on her, and Guinea at the last seconds and minutes of that quarter just seemed to have lost the will to fight. And it's so unfortunate to see, especially after coming from the previous couple of minutes where they were playing so well. But that's your halftime score on the screen. Cote d'Ivoire 42, Guinea 25. Taking a look at some of those stats on the screen. Cote d'Ivoire shooting 47% from 2. They've been off of the 3 points. Guinea are impressive from the 3, but it's 2 points that's going to help them chip away at this lead. Completely Cote d'Ivoire completely out-rebounding Guinea 35-17, and it's Giawara who's leading the way for Cote d'Ivoire with 16 points. Jallo, who's had some clutch 3-pointers and good intensity in this game, is leading Guinea with 9 points. Usher, we've seen moments of brilliance for Guinea and then they collapse. Is that because they just don't have the legs to maintain that kind of space?
Well, obviously we'll get back into those details later when we come back for the third quarter, but it's been impressive to see Sahi come off the bench and get straight into the double digits with 12 points, 8 rebounds in just under 10 minutes of played time. Just goes to show you how important she is of a versatile player for Cote d'Ivoire.
All right, we'll be back with more game action. Cote d'Ivoire 42, Guinea 25. Lead for Nigeria. Kalu creates that space. Nice shot from Kalu. Nice backdoor cut. And the pump fake. Look at the moves from number 12, Farida Abdelnabi. rebound grabbed on by Salata. Long pass to Aleji. She's going to spin and go up. What a block from Joseana Vash, the 6'1" center who does it all for Cape Verde.
Beautiful.
Their only elite scorer, Sahi. Nice spin move with the fadeaway. It's good. Something that was desperately needed by Nigeria, and Amosi fires. Yes, rattles it in, and look at the bench go wild.
That was beautiful from Enabossi to celebrate that one going into the break.
We have walked this land for a long time. We know how far we've gone, and we're sure of how far we can go. Unity is not just a word here. It's not just a spirit in this sport. It's the way we all move. We are proud of our art, country, family, language, and culture. We are united by basketball.
Welcome to FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup 2022.
Good afternoon from a sunny Yaoundé, Cameroon, and welcome to the second game of the day, Guinea against Cote d'Ivoire. Guinea's game leaders so far, Jallo with 9 points, and she has been great for Guinea. She went on a bit of a run about halfway through the second quarter. You can look at her statistics right there, 9 points for her, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. I'd love to see her kind of keep up that pace and get going in the third quarter. I think she, especially in the absence of Aisha Mara, she's really stepped into that role of taking the offensive load on her back. But speaking of offensive load, it's Diawara for Cote d'Ivoire who leads the way with 16 points. Laetitia Sahi, 8 rebounds, but she also has 12 points. And Amani with 4 assists. Diawara has done a fantastic job of running the floor. She's taken advantage of any lapses of defense from the Guinean side, and I think she's really carried the team, especially in the first quarter. She had almost all of their points. Actually, she had 12 of their 20 points at the end of the first quarter. That has really impressed me, Usher.
Well, obviously, Diawara, she has an opportunity to be the first player in this tournament to record a triple-double. That's an interesting statistic, and whether she should go for individual brilliance or she should keep up with the team's objective of winning this game and going on to qualify for the last 8 at this tournament. Now, obviously, looking at both teams, you have to wonder what strategy Guinea are going to come with in the second half. They obviously need to do something about their turnovers. They have 16 turnovers from the first quarter. That's way too much, and you have to blame that a bit on the absence of Aisha Mara in that first quarter, because she's one of the players who bring down the ball and is very comfortable on both sides of the court.
She is indeed, and I'll tell you what, Cote d'Ivoire have been capitalizing on those 16 turnovers. They've scored 19 points off of those turnovers, not to mention the 16 points coming off the bench. It's no surprise why they're leading 42-25 against Guinea. And what has impressed me also for Cote d'Ivoire, they've just been great generally defensively. 35 total rebounds for them, 11 steals. And I think they're doing a good job of kind of setting the tone for not just this game, but whatever opponent they face for the remainder of this tournament. Guinea have tried their best to control their fouling situation, which is something worth mentioning considering that they started off this game with 8 players on the lineup. Thankfully, and I'm sure they're happy about this, Aisha Mara, who is their leading scorer and averaging 13 points per game, is back in this matchup. And after warming up here at halftime, she'll be looking to get on the scoring board quickly and try and cut down this lead by Cote d'Ivoire.
Talking about the next game, the winner of this tie today between Cote d'Ivoire and Guinea will play Nigeria, whose technical bench are seated behind us and looking closely at their next opponent, trying to scout. And we've seen in the past that their scouting has gone a long way in making sure they are unbeaten so far at this tournament as they garner for their 3rd straight AfroBasket title.
It's tough to be at the top. It's not hard to be at the top, it's hard to maintain your position at the top.
That's right, that's right. And if you look closely at Otis Hewley Jr. is one to pay attention to detail, and either of this opponents here today are very stubborn. But let's see what Guinea have to say before they head into the 3rd quarter.
Mesdames et messieurs, début du 3e quart-temps, Côte d'Ivoire 42, Guinée 27. Tour qualificatif pour les quarts de finale. Au premier match, l'Égypte a pris la 36.
Cote d'Ivoire will have the possession. They're getting ready to inbound, and I'll tell you this, Usher, I'm sure Nigeria technical bench behind us are having a very close look at Sahi and already figuring out how to slow her down. And if you were to go head-to-head, Leticia and someone else in the Nigerian squad, who would you match her up with?
Well, for the position, I would match her up with Macaulay or Ibekwe. Those are also very versatile players that can play 3, 4, 5, and that is what she can do.
They also all have kind of a similar physique. But let's get started here with the third quarter. Kuyate back in the game, gets it out to Leticia Sahi. Sahi to Bert. Bert kicks it out to Kuyate for the shot. And it was just one pass too many. And Kani Kuyate, Usher, only had 11 minutes in that first half. We're used to seeing her spend a good chunk of time on the floor. And I think that was an intentional strategy from Coach Igor, making sure she has the legs to go the distance, especially if Cote d'Ivoire win this game.
Obviously, when you look at the amount of work and efficiency that Jawara was putting in, there's no need to bring Kani.
Aisha Mara off the mark. And the Kuyate sisters will bring the ball up to find Sahi in the corner. A high shot off the glass. And Leticia Sahi scores her 14th point. Mara to Jallo. A nice drive to the hoop by Jallo. And she's met in the air by Leticia Sahi. Jallo will head to the line to shoot 2. And you're taking a look at that rotation defense. Should not have reached in. Again, Ash and I talked about it. Sometimes it's important to just make a shot tough to take, not necessarily foul them. And Sahi picks up her 3rd in this game.
Well, you know that Sahi is athletic. She loves to pick a block.
Mara to Bai. Bai's looking for Kaba. Kaba kicks it out to Jallo for the 3-point shot. Drills it! Jallo having a game and a half. 12 points for her. And it was good ball movement to find Kuyate on the cut. But she couldn't finish it.
Kuyate seems to have lost sight of the hoop because clearly it did not move at the half-time break.
Jallo just growing and growing in confidence. Aisha Mara, she'll pull the ball out. Get it back there. Kicks it out to Jallo. Jallo back to Mara. Finds Berete wide open. Berete rattles it in. And Guinea are getting a lease on life here in the top of the 3rd quarter. They've managed to cut this lead to 13. Bert into Kuyate, finds her sister on the baseline. Kuyate almost loses it. Bert, good pass to Giawara at her sweet spot. She's hiding right around there, that right corner.
She just always is court aware, and it is a beautiful thing to see, you know, for a player with her talent. She knows how to score.
There's going to be a foul on the floor. So take a look at this. Sits Kuyate, gets it to Barrett. Barrett sees Jawara right there in the sweet spot. And Jawara knows how to get those opportunistic baskets. Bai finds Kaba. Kaba kicks it out to Mara. Mara is fouled on the 3-point line, and she'll go to the line to shoot. And if Aisha Mara gets all of her three-point shots, baskets rather, here at the charity stripe, she could cut this lead significantly. She misses her first one, and she's not been able to find her rhythm yet. Not scored any points so far in this game. Finally, she gets up on the scoreboard. Mara knocks down the second. And it's now become a 13-point lead for Cote d'Ivoire. Guinea is still choosing the zone defense. It's a 3-2 zone. You can see them moving the ball around, trying to break it. Nice dribble, Jay, for Kani Kouyaté. Kani Kouyaté with her first field goal of this game.
She's been very quiet, but also doing a great job on defense.
Kaba gets it out to Bai, and Bai with 5 on the shot clock. The ball slapped away by Salimata Baird. Kaba manages to grab it back. And Guinea with a nice new clock to work with. Mara fouled on the floor by Diawara, and that's going to be Diawara's first foul. She's managed to keep her fouls at bay, but Cote d'Ivoire as a team haven't, and they're almost putting Guinea in the bonus. Mara, nice kick to Kaba, and Kouyaté read what was happening there and managed to get a hand on the ball. They'll call the jump, and Kani Kouyaté will go the other way. That's good awareness by Mariama Kouyaté.
But for a tall player like Kaba, that was a short dribble pass. Should have given her a high ball.
Diawara, the drive and dish, and tries to get it back. Bai will inbound. Mara now with the ball. See some emotions from Coach Igor. Jallo almost loses it. Tries to keep a hand on it, and it's going to be a jump ball. She knows that she could have done a bit better on that possession. Mara at the top of the key. Tries to split the defense, kicks it out to Kaba for the shot. No. Jallo doesn't have it either. She creates some space for herself. Gets it off on time, but can't connect. And here comes Bai on the fast break. Puts the speed on. It's a wild shot. And Bai really, hands on her mouth, knows that she should not have missed that shot by any means necessary.
Finding herself in that space under the basket, surely that was a gift literally in front of her. Should have been able to convert and make it count.
Five to go here in the third quarter. That's good defense from Kaba. Good defense from Guinea as a whole, making sure they've clogged up the paint. Big rebound from Cieza. She can't get it to fall. Mara now gets it out to Jallo. Jallo has too many numbers on her.
Changement demandé par la Guinée. Changement accordé. Sortie du numéro 8 Vérité et du numéro 4 Lai. Entrée du numéro 15
And you get the sense that Jallo lost focus just for a moment.
Souma.
And as the point guard, you have to be aggressive, force the defense to think.
She opted to wait for the rest of her teammates who were jogging back, and she put herself in a corner.
Not a great possession from Guinea, especially Fantasuma, who just checked into the game. Kuyate to Jawara, out to Kuyate for the baseline shot. It's good. And Kani Kuyate now getting on the scoring board with 4 points for Cote d'Ivoire. Suma into Kaba. Kaba, too hard on the backboard. And Jallo will pick up an unnecessary foul. That will be her second personal foul. We have a substitution for Guinea. But before we execute that substitution, timeout has been called by Guinea, who have kind of lost the steam that they had at the top of this third quarter. Coach Usman has to figure things out. Let's head to the floor, hear what he has to say.
Ok, d'accord. Et on souffle un peu, d'accord. Là, on agresse, agresse. L'équipe agresse. Okay. Après, il ne faut pas oublier, ils ont 4 fautes. Hein? Chaque fois provoquer, c'est lancer franc. Donc on agresse. On va provoquer les fautes. Chaque fois, il y a un lancer franc derrière. Ok? Après, derrière, pression. Ça arrive ici, on vient, on ferme. Ici, on se replace. On sait pas. Et chaque fois, ici, quand on est 1, 2, 2, celle qui est à l'opposé du ballon, ici, rentrez un peu ici, là. On a le point de fixation là-bas. Allez.
Guinea are shooting decently from beyond the arc, 45%. We saw Bai launch from deep. Berete is also 2 for 2 from 3-point, and of course Jallo is 50%. We saw her with some clutch 3-pointers earlier in the game. 3 minutes 50 to go here in the third quarter. Cote d'Ivoire up 50 points to Guinea's 33 points. Kani Kuyate now has getting on fire. She's making things happen for Cote d'Ivoire after having a quiet first half. Suma almost loses it, get it to Fatou Ba. Ba to Jallo in the corner, misses everything. Bert. Get the ball to Kuyate. And I must say, I do like that Ivory Coast offense and the way they move the ball around on their motion offense, creating opportunities for the cutting guard to score and ISO situations for the post player. Suma draws it in, kicks it out. Mara from downtown. Mara rattles it in, and that's her first 3-point for this game.
That was very decent from Guinea. They pulled Cote d'Ivoire in and put the ball out, and Aisha had acres of space to complete that 3-pointer.
Giawara went straight into Jallo. Taking a look at that replay, Jallo just timed it wrong and went towards Giawara right as she started her dribble. So that's going to be her third foul. And Guinea generally, who have gone into foul trouble in the previous 2 games, have been doing a good job of containing them in this one. Kouyaté, back to Bert. Bert for the 3. Ball goes to Guinea.
2 minutes et 06 secondes à jouer. Côte d'Ivoire 58, Guinée 36.
Cote d'Ivoire rewarded for their full court pressure. Laetitia, space to take the shot. Giawara with the offensive board, and Aisha Mara. Lack of awareness from Fatouba. Giawara on the other end, trying to make him pay. She's fouled by Aisha Mara and has the chance to make this a 3-point play.
That was a very good finish. Giawara really doing a great job in this game. She's been consistent throughout the 3 quarters so far.
20 points for her, Usher. She's shooting 58% from 2-point field goals and is 6 for 6 from the free throw. Make that 7 for 7.
That is impressive on the charity line.
Suma to bring the ball up. Diallo once again mishandled. We've seen her do that about 2 times in the last couple of possessions. Laetitia tries to go all the way. And Cote d'Ivoire managed to keep it alive. Giawara now into Sahi. Sahi loses it. She'll scramble with Aisha Mara. Bit of an intense moment there. We took a look at the replay. Both players just major fighters. Sahi picks up her 4th foul, and it's trouble for her. See Coach Igor not happy.
It must really be a headache for him to have her come off the bench and still have 4 fouls in the 3rd quarter. She has to take care, and that goes back to what you were saying earlier about her not having to jump and to stop the scoring of a basket. Just make it harder so that it gives her a long life throughout the game. Perhaps it comes with being a youngster and playing at this level for the very first time.
Certainly, Usher, at 21 years old, she definitely has enough time to develop her skill set and learn from various experiences.
That is a headache for Coach Igor. He has to continue to guide her and teach her, but with patience, because you need her scoring prowess. She just needs to correct that defensively.
That's good hustle from Suma to bring the ball up. Ba into Diallo in the post. Diallo with the spin around jumper. And that is her first basket in this game. They're gonna say that Komba Jarasuba stepped on the line. And again, Guinea looking like they're having some good moments of basketball. They're gonna call another foul on Jarasuba, and that's gonna put Guinea in the bonus. Giawara will head to the line to shoot 2. You can understand Coach Igor's frustration. You know, against a team where you have this kind of a lead, it's okay to make those kind of mistakes. The foul trouble of Sahi, Jarasuba picking up 2 quick ones. But if it was a closely matched game, Usher, where every possession matters, Cote d'Ivoire could be seeing a different story.
And those are some of the things that Coach Igor wants to address in this qualifier for the quarterfinals, so that by the time they face Nigeria, they've, ironed out some of these small mistakes.
Aisha Mara tips it out. Salimata Barrett can't get that one to drop. And Cote d'Ivoire with a new shot clock. Diawara now almost gets bottled up, kicks it out to Kouyaté for the shot. No good. And it'll be a foul, Guinea, and that will put put Cote d'Ivoire in the bonus. Ba's third foul. And taking a look at the fouling situation for Guinea, Fatoumata Diallo has 3. That's Ba's second. So still doing a pretty good job managing the situation. 9 team fouls for them. 14 team fouls for Cote d'Ivoire. Diawara 22 points and 8 for 8 from the free throw. What can she not do today? Diallo couldn't bend down far enough to reach it. You can see her shaking her finger. Listen, Usher, it's tough for us bigs to get low like that. Especially if you have knee problems, it is tough. So I feel Diallo.
You understand where she's coming from.
I can empathize.
There's 23 turnovers for Guinea. That is not good on all levels. They need to do a better job.
Well, talked about it earlier, Usher. Guinea averaged 35 turnovers per game.
Are you trying to say that they're competing against their own record? That they're trying to get there today?
Certainly seems so. But the crazy thing about turnovers is it's shooting yourself in the foot, especially the unforced turnovers. Granted, Cote d'Ivoire playing great defense, but there are a lot of turnovers that just don't need to happen for the Guinean side, and now it's become back to a 19-point lead for Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire have 59 points, Guinea have 40.
Well, for those Guinean turnovers, it comes down to a lack of concentration. You feel that sometimes they lose it for about 2 to 3 minutes and then they come back in it and score, but also frustration. And looking at more of those stats, you have 6 of 13 on the free throw line, which they should ideally be able to finish. And Cote d'Ivoire on the other side, they're not playing around with all their ball possessions, and that explains this kind of lead at this point in the game.
Taking a look at some of the best plays of the third quarter, Laetitia Sahi, who had to have a seat, picking up her 4th personal foul, has 14 points in this game. But really, it's Diawara who has absolutely dominated from the first whistle. She has 23 points, shooting 100 from the free throw and 58% from the field. Extremely impressive. She's having a heyday. And the crazy thing is, she doesn't even look tired.
Well, that just speaks of a player who is used to playing so many minutes. When you look at the past AfroBasket editions where Diawara has played, in Dakar especially, she averages about 30 minutes per game. And that is impressive for a player that is dependable on both ends of the court.
Do Guinea have the stretch to cut down this 19-point lead and have the opportunity to go to the quarterfinals? We're about to find out. It's going to be another 10 minutes of basketball action. As we said earlier, the winner of this game will face a well-rested Nigeria in the quarterfinals. And we have some of the Nigeria technical team already here scouting these two sides. Sieza to Bert. Diawara drive and kick out to Bert. Bert shortened that one, gets her own board. Kuyate now at the top of the key. Swiped away by Diawara. Diawara gets it to Suma. Suma will kick it out to Aisha Mara. Diawara tries to drive and dish. She's met by Sieza.
She was trying to pass the ball to Diallo. Good idea, but the execution. There's just too many hands in the paint there.
And you see Kaba is back into the game and already on the floor after getting some rest. She also had a banged up leg. And she'll be looking to put in some good minutes here. Jarasuba brings the ball down and Aisha Mara is there to grab it. It's gonna be a jump ball. And possession goes to Guinea. If you're gonna bring the ball low on that drive, you have to bring it extra low.
It has to be extra low, but the guards are always awake and looking for any prey in existence nearby.
Diallo to Mara. She shows where she wants the screen. She goes against Kuyate. Decides to go all the way. Diallo now. Perimeter shot. Can't get that one to fall. Jarasuba kicks it out to Diawara for the three-point shot. No good. Bert can't get it to go either. Sieza goes up with it, and 3 attempts in that possession, no basket, but Sieza will go to the line to shoot 2. Bai will check into the game for Guinea as Diawara checks out. Have our first point of the game after almost 2 minutes played. Bai to bring the ball up, gets it to Mara. Mara, she's got 2 on her. Sieza there with a steal. She goes all the way. Timed it wrong. And they're gonna call a walk on her. And she had help in that possession. You can see Coach Igor having a laugh on the bench there. I would pay good money to hear what he is thinking about.
Well, Sieza started off the game very well, 6 points in the first quarter, but she's not been able to score since then. Sort of lost her rhythm, especially with the introduction of Sahi. But whatever can be done to make sure the team wins is very welcome by Coach Igor.
Seven minutes 48 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's the second game of the day of the qualification to quarterfinals. Tomorrow is the quarterfinals, and whoever wins in this game will play Nigeria. Jarasuba slips down the stretch. That's an unfortunate spill for her. It looks like she might have twisted her ankle. Let's take a look at that replay. Yeah, that, oh. That does look like a nasty spill.
And the doctors and medical team are rushing there to help her.
Coach Usman is pacing the floor. Coach Igor has a word with his ladies. And he can afford to go deep into his bench in this matchup, as we see number 13, Ama Uraga, who did not play the most part of this game, is now getting some time on the floor. We do hope that Jarasuba is okay. You can see they're helping her up now. She will head to the bench and get some treatment. She's unable to put the weight on that leg.
And we wish her a quick recovery. She's given everything in this game from when she was brought on.
By from deep. No good. Huge offensive rebound. Kaba. Jallo manages to keep it alive. Ball almost tapped away by Salimata Bert. Kaba spins her way to the basket. They're going to call the foul before the shot clock violation. And they're going to call that foul on Cieza. Kaba, who has been way off with her free throws in this game, she's not made a single one, Usher.
She really needs to do better on that front because it's a free throw for something. There's no defense. It's one of those opportunities you have as a team to cut down on that deficit.
Kuyate, she likes it, we like it. 3-point for her. 24-point game for Cote d'Ivoire. And things really are now kind of falling apart for Guinea as we see Barrett with the steal. It's a 2-on-1 situation. She decides to take it all the way. No stranger to pressure. And Salimata Barrett now with her first field goal of this game. Jallo can't get to the basket. And that's a nice easy finish for Ama Uraga. First basket of this game. Uraga runs the floor well, had a wide open, easy lay-in to the basket. And Cote d'Ivoire are putting the nail in the coffin and sending this game to sleep. We have a timeout. Let's listen to what Guinea has to say.
Tranquille, tranquille. On joue sur des passes. Simple. Passe, passe. On prend le ballon, on va toujours en duel. Passe. On fixe, on renverse, on renverse. Après, repli défensif. Même si on perd la balle, c'est pas grave. On repart, on vient regagner la balle derrière. C'est le plus important. Regardez la volonté là. Ok?
has been a tough day in the office for Guinea, who have trailed this entire game. And now 28-point lead for Cote d'Ivoire. Just about 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. It's going to take a lot for them to chip this down. Bai, though, not one to miss out on the moment. 3 points for her. She's been extremely efficient from the 3-point in the last couple of games. And right now, she is 1 for 4 from the 3-point land. Jallo will bring the ball up. And Uraga's going to give her some ball pressure. Kaba kicks it out to Fanta Berete. Berete to Suma. Jallo to Bai. Way short. And they're going to call an offensive foul on JJ Mel, who has a tendency to foul unnecessarily quite a bit in these games, Asha.
She really needs to do better on court awareness. And as you can see, Coach Igor bothered by that small mistake. And she knows that she made a mistake there, playing better on defense.
Berete to Jallo. Jallo trying to create space, gets it out to Bai, and Bai will surely take that shot. This time can't connect, but the ball stays on this side of the floor. Kaba to Bai. Bai out to Berete. Suma with 4 on the shot clock. Tries to get it in to Kaba. Someone has to shoot. Suma can't get it off one time, and it's going to be a violation. Ball going the other way.
It is very good defense there from Cote d'Ivoire. They'll be very proud of their communication.
Jamel alone in the post. Good timing from Natisha Sahi for the offensive boards. And she was trying to drive it in, get it to a cutting Cote. There's just lack of communication there and timing. It's a good job from Suma Bai, and now out to Jallo for the 3-point shot. No good. She gets her own rebound now with the floater. She wanted the foul. She didn't get it. Leticia Sahi to a flying down the floor. Uraga. And Ama Uraga putting in some solid minutes here. 4 points for her. Kaba. Can't make a bucket. And her frustrations continue in this game. You can see that Ivory Coast, their transition points. 26 transition points in the first 3 quarters. Amani gets it out to Kone. Kone takes a look in the paint. Gets it to JJ Mel. JJ Mel to find Waga. Kaba with excellent defense there. The block and the steal. And Bai will bring the ball up. Jallo with a spin move. Going to have a substitution as Aisha Mara checks in and Suma has a seat on the bench. Laetitia Sahi being an absolute beast, double-double for her, 14 points, 10 rebounds. No surprise there, Usher.
It is an expected performance for a player like her, even though she was coming off the bench.
Jallo misses that three-point shot. We have a nice run down the floor. Good read and a good finish from Cote. Fontaberete loses the ball to Jejemel. Ama is doing the most with the minutes that she has on this floor. 6 points for her.
And just like that, Laetitia Sahi has fouled out.
Laetitia, 5e faute et 4e faute d'équipe. Sortie du numéro 11, entrée du 21.
That's a very big loss for Côte d'Ivoire, even though they are leading in this game. Very big concern for Coach Igor ahead of their next game.
By fires from deep, it's short. Rebound picked up. Jejemel in the low post. They're going to call a travel on her. And she has struggled to make sure she remembers which one is her pivot foot. We took a look at the nice transition offense there of Côte d'Ivoire. Two minutes and 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Côte d'Ivoire trying to put this game to sleep. Fontaberete with a nice floating jumper. And that's going to be her 6th point. We have a foul on the floor by Berete as Uraga was trying to find some space to the basket. Take a look at the replay there. Uraga will shoot two. Six points for Uraga. In the short period of time that she has played in this game, she's only had playing time in the fourth quarter. Cote now with the shot fake, too short. Aisha Mara finds her way all the way to the basket, but she was slapped by Jejemel. And Jejemel has struggled to contain her fouling situation. That's going to be her third. Excuse me, her fourth foul.
Deuxième service.
Jejemel takes a good look at the rim. Oh, this could be something. No. Gets the bounce and it pops back out. Mara with a response on the other end. Way off. Berete tries to get it into Jallo and completely mistimes that pass.
59 secondes à jouer.
Look at that. It's bouncing around the rim. Were you nervous, Usher?
I was just waiting to see if it would just drop in.
And Cote d'Ivoire now just showing off as they get to 76 points. About 40 seconds left to go here in this game. And Cote d'Ivoire will have a very well-deserved seat at the quarterfinals table.
They've earned their place in the last 8. You have to give it up to them, to Igor's side. And you can see he's seated. No more walking around on the touchline.
.26 seconds left in this game. Jallo on the wing gets it to Kaba. Kaba is really trying to score. Does a good job on high kiss off the glass to knock it in. 8 points for her. But it's still a 28 game, and Amani's going to take the last field goal of this game. 3 points for her, and that will do it, folks. Cote d'Ivoire is a 31-point victory against Guinea. And it was a pretty 3-point shot from Amani to put this game away. And it was the last basket that Cote d'Ivoire needed. That's your final score on your screens right there. Cote d'Ivoire 81, Guinea 50 points. They are one of the final 8 in this 26th edition of FIBA Women's AfroBasket. We have to, of course, recognize Guinea for even their participation in this tournament, considering what is happening in their country. But Asher, take us through some of these stats.
Well, looking at Guinea, 7 out of 21 behind the arc. That was not good enough for their performance. But Cote d'Ivoire, 57 rebounds, 22 assists, 22 steals. That just goes to show you how much good defense they were playing. And obviously, Diawara, Jerefina, tying Geneba Ndiaye of Mali at 23 points, the highest points that have been scored in a single game in this tournament. And obviously Leticia Sahi, the impressive 21-year-old who has tied Nadine Mohamed at 54 points scored over 3 games in the tournament so far. 2 youngsters who've been doing an incredible job for their countries. And as you can see, Sahi there, very athletic on both sides of the court. She blocks, she can shoot behind the arc, she can turn around and confuse the defense on the other end. And it will be very impressive to see how they take on Nigeria.
It will indeed, it will indeed. Cote d'Ivoire put on a show, and as we see, Kani Kouyaté hit that jumper. She didn't get a lot of minutes in this particular game, and Coach Igor certainly thought that she could afford to. Doesn't mean she didn't contribute. She managed to finish that game with 6 points. But the lady of the day so far has to be Diawara, saying she's got next. Look out, Africa, as your next talented player.
She's been very important for Cote d'Ivoire in the last 3 years. Very efficient, and you can see that today with the 23 points, and will be a hard nut to crack against Nigeria. They'll have to obviously try to stop her, but that will be a very good matchup there with the Nigerian guards. Obviously Sarah Ogoke, Ezine Kalu, you know, one of the best guards on the African continent. And looking at the statistics, Cote d'Ivoire 34 points from turnovers, 13 for Guinea, and 48 points for Cote d'Ivoire in the paint, and 33 points scored by players coming off the bench. I think that was the story of the game, because when you look at Guinea, who just had 3 substitutes for the most part of the game, that was not very good enough.
And let's take a look at that bracket on your screens. Cote d'Ivoire, as Usher said, will face Nigeria next. We still have 2 games to go. Angola versus Cape Verde later on tonight. And coming up next is Kenya versus Mozambique. Once again, the final scores: Cote d'Ivoire 81, Guinea 50 points. Don't go too far. There's still more great African basketball action coming up.